the biggest challenge or potential with AI is how you use it to make sure you're ethical with it. Because we're in the business of HR, there is skepticism in terms of how is this going to impact, equity, inclusion, diversity, ethical nature of what we do as professionals in the HR community. The hardest question right now that I think everybody's grappling with is this AI model like really our own, or am I feeding information to like the world? Sometimes it could be sensitive information. I think the scrutiny is a lot more now because of AI. And so governance models around, okay, what information is going to be fed to this AI model? Who's actually running the AI models? I think about just the word acquisition sounds like you're like acquiring
It's always been awkward.
right? And for me, it's about like accessing talent, right? So how are you going to access talent, whether it be internal or external?
Hey, this is Ryan Leary. We are live at Sherm Talent 26. Amit, what's going on, brother?
Good, man. How are you? It's been a long time,
It
Ryan.
is good. As William said, we had to come from Philadelphia to Dallas to hook up. That's crazy.
That can't happen. I gotta make sure
You're far away. You're where in?
Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah, no, you're not far away. Yeah, no.
I'm not too far. So
No.
it's on me. It's on me. I gotta make sure
I'm going to let you take the blame on this, but there we go. All right, so we're going to talk AI adoption today. All right, tell me. So first off, introduce yourself to the audience. I know who you are. They do not know who you are.
Sure. Thank you, Ryan. Amit Parmar. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Clickify. We're an AI-powered employer branding platform. Prior to Clickify, I ran talent for the likes of IBM, Thermo Fisher Scientific, as well as Unisys. So I've been in the space well over 20 years.
Those are boring jobs
Oh,
compared to what you do now.
yeah. You know what? Relatively speaking, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. All right, so first off, tell us what Clickify is, and then I want to get into AI adoption and everything that you're seeing in the market.
Oh, absolutely. So Clickify, in a nutshell, is a storytelling platform. So in the age of AI, we truly believe that humans are going to connect with humans at a storytelling level. And so we enable that for large enterprises around the world.
Yeah. So AI adoption, what are we seeing today in your world from your vantage point?
Oh gosh, it is a loaded question, man. But there's so much potential with AI. Every other tech you see out there these days has some sort of AI.
Although I don't see a lot on banners anymore. Like they've gotten away from the AI, the AI, the AI. So we're good.
Yeah, so I will say the biggest challenge or potential with AI is how you use it to make sure you're ethical with it. It's very easy to start to experiment, which is great,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like you always got to have the end in mind. Like what are the outcomes you're trying to achieve with whatever AI product that you buy out there, right? And for me, what we're seeing in the industry is people are loving the experimentation with it, but because we're in the business of HR, there is skepticism in terms of how is this going to impact equity, inclusion, diversity, ethical nature of what we do as professionals in the HR community.
Yeah. So let's talk about, I want to stay there for a minute. Let's talk about that. Where are HR professionals now most skeptical?
I would say they're most skeptical about how the output is driven based on open source models versus like what we call insular models. So if you're trying to solve or run a report, right, or even say, give me insights based on this report, I think the skepticism is what type of outside information is actually coming into your models, right? Because the underlying AI models are frankly open source in many cases, right? And of course, Microsoft Copilot does a great job kind of keeping things insular. But really, the hardest question right now that I think everybody's grappling with is this AI model like really our own, or am I feeding information to like the world? Sometimes it could be sensitive information. So chief information security officers have their hands full right now, just trying to kind of grapple with that question.
Yeah. So let's talk about the buying process. So because you're part of this, how is this different? How is buying an enterprise buying a software today very different than it was 3 years ago? Who's now involved in that process?
Yeah, totally. I mean, you always had procurement involved to some degree.
Yeah.
You always had IT involved, right? Because if you're selling an HR tech product, I think the scrutiny is a lot more now because of AI. And so governance models around, okay, what information is going to be fed to this AI model? Who's actually running the AI model? So there's a lot more scrutiny now. And I love seeing this even as a vendor, because it makes me feel comfortable going into enterprise and saying we've gone through the proper vetting to be able to serve you as customers, right? It is elongating the process. But from my personal standpoint, it's a good thing for the industry, because you've got to vet things before you just go out and start to launch things, right?
Yeah. What are one of the things I'd like to ask a lot when I'm working or talking with a vendor is, what are the questions that a buyer should be asking that they're not asking?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, we're talking AI, but just any tech or even frankly, any solution provider as well, right? I think the first question is, what are we trying to achieve here? What's the problem statement? I know it sounds super basic, but I have seen many organizations just really grapple with that simple question.
Yeah.
And then you got to ask the 5 whys, right? So if a problem statement is, I need better intelligence. Well, why do you need better intelligence? Then you get into, well, I need to be able to report to the chief people officer or the board. Okay, well, what are the things that they want to see, right? In that particular example. So you got to kind of always peel the onion back and say, what is it that you're trying to achieve? And then work backwards to say, okay, is this tech or a service going to enable that, and how fast is it going to enable that for me?
So I want to change course for a second here. When I say talent acquisition today, what comes to mind? How are you defining talent acquisition today?
I'm smiling because, I think about just the word acquisition sounds like
It's awkward.
you're like acquiring
It's always been awkward.
right?
Yeah.
And for me, it's about like accessing talent. All right. So how are you going to access talent, whether it be internal or external? Because acquisition, by the word itself, automatically you're thinking external to inside.
Correct.
Right? Which, of course, as we all know, at Talent Access has evolved to really think holistically around what talent do you need, and then there are different avenues, right? Whether it be gig talent, or it could be like, hey, I need full-time heads or headcount, right? So there's so many different ways you can actually serve the business with talent, right? As opposed to just acquiring all the time.
Yeah. All right. Final question here. What are you looking forward to as we get? Probably we're almost halfway through the year at this point, right? In 26.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to now as we come towards the back half of the year?
I mean, I think the macroeconomic factors, of course, with what's looming with the wars right now. So that's the number one thing I'm certainly following pretty closely, along with the industry. How is that going to impact, your projections in terms of hiring needs or talent access needs?
Talent access. You got to get used to that,
right? And then AI, right? Of course, it's not going away. So how is AI going to, require you to reskill and upskill the talent function, right? Of course, we're all talking about the workforce at large, but really, you got to look inside the HR function as well.
Sure.
So for me, it's really about how fast the HR function can actually adopt and adapt to AI, and then they become the champions then to take that broadly to the workforce.
That's right. So, Amit, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you
for joining us here.
Yeah, and we gotta hang out in Philly.
And yeah, somewhere not in Dallas. How about that?
Good to see you, man.